Ready? Or
All set. Okay, well, we'll call the workshop. Thank you.
Yeah.
Call the workshop meeting of the Harlem Township Zoning Commission to order. Ashley, would you call the roll, please? Here.
Johnny Nixon.
Here.
Tom Lee is not present. Louis Greenwell is not present. Brittany Hopper
Here.
and Maureen Smith present.
Okay, thank you. Maureen, if you want to join us up here, please feel free to do so, but whatever you're comfortable with. And then we got Scott here tonight, which we will get right to that. Scott, we're not going to, even though we have it here on the agenda for minutes, we're not going to do anything with the minutes until the 3rd. So we'll get right to you.
It's already, well,
Uh,
it's already moved in until last second, 2 different detours. Blocking my way of trying to get here.
Whoa.
I wonder.
What route did you take?
Well, I knew that the Route 3 and I knew Route 3, Big Walnut.
Yeah.
And I went around, but then now it's like Tussock and Big Walnut.
Oh.
Oh,
Tried to send me.
Nope.
Came down to Maxtown and. Should've just come straight.
no.
Yeah, I
Either.
did the Tussock.
Yeah, you have to
Detour.
go all the way down to
Huh.
Sunbury, well, all the way down, come across it, Smothers, or
Galena.
up on the north end. But you can't come across,
Despite knowing the county, I mean, I still had Google.
unless you come up Sunbury Road, you can get there though.
I thought it was on Big Walnut, it had to be easier to go down to Smothers.
It probably
I
was.
usually go, because my sister lives over there, I go up through Galena. It seems to be about equivalent.
Yeah, they're pretty
About
much the same.
But not, yeah, I don't think it's going to be repaired by the time we meet again in August, so you might want to find it, come a different route the next time. Okay. Well, Scott, let's just go right to it. We're going to review chapters 1 to 6. You got those to us as promised, and we've all had an opportunity to take a look at them. We had them electronically, and then we got the hard copies were distributed last week. Oh, well, actually, some of you may have got them sooner than that. I'm not sure, but I picked mine up after we returned from vacation, so I have the hard copy here. So, Scott, how do you want to proceed with this? You want us to?
I mean, without an audience, I guess, or even there's nobody even up there, so.
Nope.
I mean, there's no reason to really say what we're doing here, right? We can just.
Okay.
Just see what. You have questions about why I did something a certain way, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep true to the original version, just because it's easier for everybody, but then make up.
Yeah.
Well, I know that there's some chapters you made not very much in terms of changes. You updated all the tables, all the maps, seems like. I mean, that was all done. But then some of the wording in the various chapters didn't change that much, except, in chapter 1, I noted that this section is new
Yeah.
on page 2.
Page
Our
2, I had
township and context.
a comment here that the first paragraph in the second column. I don't think the Honda related activities in Marysville and Jeffersonville are nearly impacting us as much as the Sunbury expansion.
Oh, so I could swap, maybe that.
Swap them out. Because that is going to impact us a lot more than Marysville is.
I'll reword that. I mean, I know that's a hot topic, so I'll find out in general about.
Yeah.
Development on the east side of Stonehenge
Mhm.
instead of trying to be.
I mean,
Whatever.
it's pretty much right up against our northwest corner.
Unless are they still talking about doing, Delaware County still talking about doing that east-west thoroughfare kind of thing up there?
No, we have no idea what
Yeah,
they're gonna do.
That's nothing to do with.
Well, you mean the ODOT 71.
Yeah.
So all those, strangely enough, all those routes now go, they spur around Delaware County, which
Got it.
has thrilled everybody. But I don't know when that would ever come back. I know that we just got an announcement there's some more public meetings on that, but. Yeah, I think the only thing that you road wise would be just improving what's.
Yeah,
So,
right.
that's 37.
Right now, they're, for 36, 37, there's no bypass for Sunbury, so. They get off the freeway, off 71, they're gonna go right through Sunbury.
Mhm.
If they're coming,
Yeah. I mean, there is a dotted line on a plan somewhere that kind of goes around Sudbury, but then I'll never walk. But I'll work with that.
okay. Any other questions or comments regarding chapter 1?
No, my next comment's in chapter 2.
I don't know, Scott, do you have a summary or the changes you made that maybe you could just run through for us or not really?
Not really fun.
Okay,
Do you not have a copy of this one?
the old one?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
just a
do.
little tedious.
Well, and it was kind of like a lot of back and forth. I was like, okay, this says this, and I read through it, and then I was like, all right, this says this, so it was a lot of like reading
Mhm.
back and forth, which I worked through it, right? But if it were redlined, it might have been
Mm.
easier for me to identify what had
I think the
changed.
problem that he identified though was that last time he gave us a copy and it ends up, because he makes a change, I'm not sure how it worked that way, but I was looking at the red line copy that we had and an awful lot of what was in that one that you brought before is the same as what's in here. No wording change, but it was red.
But it was,
Yeah, so it was just
I
going,
see.
being
That is-
deleted.
And I
that
think
doesn't
that's
help
why we
much
made the
then.
decision that the
Mm.
red line copy wouldn't
Wasn't
be
helpful.
helpful.
Okay. all right.
Yeah, so having.
If there's a
just
different
having-
way to do it, I understand what
Yeah.
you're saying too. I tried to go through like you just described myself and do
Yeah,
that,
so did I.
look at the old one, then look at the new one and
Yeah.
see what I could see that was different.
I mean, so far, I added a little bit to the history after. There was a reference in 2018 and it kind of, because you were finishing up in 2021, so I
Mhm.
added that, I simplified the whole GIS. I don't know why we put all that information stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, by taking, you talked about the survey that we did related to the previous comprehensive plan.
Okay.
And on pages 4 and 5, there's descriptions and language about that, which I thought was good to
Yeah,
go back and make references to that.
yeah, I appreciated that.
Kind of, I'll keep the other one open and maybe running. Right.
Mhm.
Okay, anything else for that first chapter?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Chapter 2. Population and demographics. Well, I don't think there were a whole lot of changes, except the population was updated, all the graphs and charts and all that stuff.
I had
I moved something that I started with regional so that I could then focus down into. Start general and then focus into. I did
Yeah.
move some stuff around, which even if it didn't change much.
Yeah, page 10 had some weird wording, like in the first paragraph there.
Page 10.
Weird wording.
Hmm?
Weird wording.
Yeah, the second sentence, the largest age groups are the 3 10-year groups between 25 and 54 with a 65 to 74.
Period.
Nothing, I would have put in the 3 10-year groups between 25 and 54 and the 65 to 74 group, period.
Yeah, I didn't read that very well, so I didn't write that.
Because I guess I read that, I looked at the table, and so you were really making reference to one, two,
highlighted
three,
ones.
you know, three different groups, right?
So,
Yeah, including all those plus the 65 to 74. Yeah.
yeah, it's probably. So those three, so it's referencing the things to the right that are in green. So
Mhm.
those three with the 65 to 74 also ranked in as a significant.
Yep.
Uh,
So those
Basically,
of
all
us,
four groups
Yeah.
are significant.
I'll complete that sentence.
those of us that have been here for, let's say 10, 20, 30 years, we must like it here, so we're
We've
staying.
moved, yeah, we've moved through the age groups.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I've been here 31 years.
So I'm adding to that top group up there, yeah. The 65 to 74 group. And then I think the implication in terms of the 45 to 54, that's just that it's also maybe people aging in place, but also people who can afford the property out here.
Mhm.
People
Might
who are
be a
moving
fact.
out here to retire on their
Mhm.
5-acre dream farm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
Well, one thing I mean, I have this, Jonathan had done 2010, and then I was gonna do 2020. Well, the census messed up the age category and they shoved some of them together.
Hmm.
So instead of all being 5-year increments, as you got older, some of them then went to decades. And so I didn't want to just fake and split those into halves. So I couldn't really show the change over time, which would be nice to see that, you know, is it moving down so that older people that group is.
We're probably not going to see growth in those younger age groups though, until we have housing that is a lot less expensive. Well, a building lot here minimally is going to cost 200,000 plus. There are a lot, and then you got to build, pay for your house on top of the lot.
Mhm.
Not too many people 20 to 24 are gonna want to mow grass and stuff.
No,
No, they're not,
no.
and they don't have the money to do it with.
Well, they don't. That's it.
Can you sharpen up figure 2.07? For me, it's really hard to read the text part.
Okay. Yeah, I flipped that.
Mhm.
Oh, I see what you're saying, just a little bit blurry. Remember
It
that,
is to me. It's everybody else's eyes better.
No, it's blurry. It doesn't matter how good your eyes are. It's
I could
blurry.
possibly retype the text so that only the.
is it because it's blue or is it the font size?
It's blurry. It's an image.
Well,
It doesn't
it's
have enough
gray.
pixels. Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
Well, it came off the
See what
printer
we can
that
Or
do.
way.
maybe make it a little.
On the
would-
screen,
If
it
it were
may
a
not
little
be
bigger, would it make it
I don't
different?
think so. I just don't think there's
It's
enough,
great.
there's not enough data.
All right,
Chart.
we trust you'll make something work.
Okay. Let's see, page 12. No, it's on page 12. Oh. Well, I was thinking, and a question occurred to me. I was reading, actually, the last paragraph. Harlem Township has at least the 7th most building permits of all townships in Delaware County each year during this span when you're looking there.
Which is a strange.
Yeah, but my question, I'm thinking, and this is in part based upon my conversations with Mike Cannon. He's expecting to see a significant increase in the number of 5-acre lots coming in for lot splits.
Off of what information? What's his basis?
Because-
I mean, I don't know if I disagree.
Because he's had so many people inquiring about it. It's not just a feeling.
Okay.
People are
It's
asking
inquiries.
about it.
So he's getting a lot of.
They haven't
inquiries.
bid on it
Right.
necessarily, but they're asking about it.
Okay,
I think the price of land is really.
Yeah, and for some of these folks, they may have bought a lot of 5 acres, paid $100,000. And now they can split their lot and sell half of it or approximately half of it and get 200,000 for that half.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, which is odd that they're doing 5. I mean, unless they're gonna come back and then rezone and split it, because that's like the wasteful way to do it, is to do the 5s and then have to.
Yeah, so that just kind of prompted that question that,
An awful lot of our lots are already 5 or so. So,
yeah. I don't remember for sure now what the number was, but at one point Mike had counted them. It seems like for some reason I'm thinking there were 60 some that he identified. That is that about right? You're-
63.
Okay.
That's
So I don't know
what-
how many of those will materialize, but we may be seeing that.
The other thing is not, this is an interesting comment that someone made. He has a 5-acre lot and he says he only uses 2 of it and the rest of it's just weeds and he thinks it's kind of wasteful because he thinks like you can't really live on more than 2.
Yeah.
But maybe
Yeah.
people are discovering that too.
Well, it's a lot more to take care of.
it's more to take care of, but you do have to have a decent amount of area for septic systems.
Yeah.
Still, and most times they want to see a second area that is a possible septic system area.
Well, and depending upon where, unfortunately, when you look at that soil map showing what's
Mm.
suitable for septic systems,
None of.
most of the township is.
How do we get them? It's just amazing.
Pumped regularly.
That's why we have large lots.
There are.
To make
there's
up
always
for
been
bad
technology.
soil with
And
size.
there are some mounds.
It's not
there.
large.
You can get it-
Yes,
Get around the bad soils by putting a mound.
they seem to be
Those 2 acres.
doing a lot of those when
Yep,
they build new
1.2.
houses now, as opposed to just
It'll-
expecting a
So,
Oh,
flat
They don't
full
want, they don't want all the
standard
dirt
beach
either.
bed.
They don't want all the dirt either. It's expensive.
I mean, they use the dirt when
Mhm.
they dig the basement to
Mhm.
build the mound and then that,
Mhm.
yeah, well, economically, that
Yeah,
works
it's
too.
cost effective.
Okay, well, that's just a comment. Thing else there? Let's see, I got page 15. Talking about, projecting the number of people. I thought it was interesting because the projection now is for fewer than we projected.
before, yeah, I noticed that.
Growth slowing?
Fewer than what? What you-
We were very optimistic about growth
Apparently.
in our previous.
In the previous comprehensive plan, we had projected the growth to be greater than what is being projected now, but you're using the same formula. And the reason being, I guess, is because when you look at the data, we had more permits, more houses being built in those earlier years.
Yeah, if you see that one.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Then the
So-
last time you would have been you would have been looking at the 16, 17, 18, 19, and that was pretty high. And now
Mhm.
for just looking at the last 3 years, you kind of had a.
Yeah, and I think that kind of
I
explains
thought it was
why.
interesting too, yeah.
But I thought it was interesting to see, oh, we're actually projecting 2 now. But then I made me think that, well, going back to what we were just discussing with the lot splits, will that population, because over the next 5 years, how soon are we going to see those sewers? It's going to be a while.
Mhm.
Just an observation.
That's why we don't go past 2040, and I think I worked something in there that just don't. I mean, there are probably people smarter than we are who would say, well, this big thing is gonna happen, and therefore this growth is gonna take off.
Yeah, and Intel was,
So you get a couple years in.
So
Intel was supposed to be already built and running by now when they started, so.
True
Yeah.
that.
do we want to stick with this projection? Then when I say we, actually, I'm saying it's you, Scott. It's your projection.
These are the current projections. I
Yeah.
think we stick with that.
I mean, he identified what the formula was and how it was arrived at. It's there.
So you took out all the county to county migration? No, I see that. It's very different.
But, and none of it changed because it was all based on the 20 census.
2020?
Yeah. that had just come out.
So it's just the same stuff. Okay.
Well, given what's happened in the other townships where they have brought sewers in. We look down the road 5 years and we've got sewers.
Well,
Are
we've
we
got
gonna see
sewers
it?
in one little area of the township in 5 years, maybe. Not the whole township in 5.
Oh, no. I won't wait the whole township. No. But you put it in one area, well, even the Miller property down there.
Yeah.
You put it in there, you may suddenly see a jump
Huge
of a
growth.
couple hundred. Well, but
Yeah.
that's probably too, not that many, maybe 100 in a year or two,
It's not even 10%.
because it's high density there.
Yeah, but it's not even 10% increase. It's not very much growth, really.
No, but it's a lot different from what we're experiencing.
True. Right. I don't know what the
Um,
variability is around the projection, but I would be plus or minus 100 people with it.
And then depending upon what we decide that we're gonna do with the zoning areas in the township population, are we gonna, well, we'll get to that. I don't want to get into that now. Okay. Chapter 3, unless someone has other question or comment that you'd like to go back over here, getting to
Just
chapter.
on page 17, you talk about table 3.5, but that should actually have been table 3.06, I think. Or figure 3 points.
Are we on chapter?
You're calling
3 now?
everything figures.
Yeah, I tried to. It's hard to keep.
I missed
two
that.
Yes, it
less
is. Yes, it
tables
is.
than a figure, so I'm like, let's just.
Oh, everything a figure? I think that should have been figure 3.06, but you can double check that.
.06,
Where are you, Joe?
Page 17.
On the new one?
Yeah.
found the new one,
Why
Second
would
right
it
here.
be 3.06?
Because
says at
that's
the-
what it is.
It says at the end of this chapter.
Okay, I have a different copy. somehow.
I know.
Single family.
Think
Page
so.
17, mine says chapter 3, development and change.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, it's in the text. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
it's in the text, yeah.
Forgive me.
Yeah.
I just missed where it was. Thank you.
Fine, fine to go into all this detail since. You've just had kind of steady little growth. As far as it's supposed to go. I thought it was in there before, so. I retained it and updated the.
I think there are some people who find that sort of thing really interesting. So, it doesn't hurt.
So basically in 10 years, we had 113 lot splits. We may have that many again over the next 10 years.
And remember, I'm sure I put this in here somewhere, but we don't count anything over 5 acres. We don't.
Right.
Do that. We could probably figure out how many get created a year, just by looking at the auditor side, but. This would just be everything under 5 acres.
You do actually describe that. I didn't have anything else until page 21. Did you?
Okay, 21.
I was wondering, the Conservancy at Duncan Run. Wasn't that withdrawn?
That was the Joe Clace thing. He was,
As far as I know,
No, that was, that,
yeah.
no, it was not withdrawn. It was approved, but I don't know that they're doing anything with it at this point.
It
They may.
appears to be stalled.
Yeah.
According to the text.
At one point,
It-
I remember Joe talking about the developer with, saying they were really trying to sell it as
Mhm.
is. That it was already approved ready for development, and the current owner at that time was trying to sell it. Then I remember a few months later, he said they changed their mind and they decided they were going to move forward with it. Do you know anything more about the current status? I don't either.
I mean, they came in with a preliminary subdivision plan
Mhm.
and I don't know what the status of that is.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
that would give them I think we changed that to 3 years before they would have to do.
I-
something else.
Yeah, and they were going to sell the lots over on Gorsuch Road. Joe, I remember Joe telling me this, that they were going to sell those first. Because they aren't part of the,
Yeah, the overall
yeah,
plan,
the big overall
Yeah.
plan. They were included.
but I'm not sure they've sold those either.
I don't think they've been sold yet either, but that, I was just saying that's what Joe indicated. He thought that's where they would go first.
They're probably waiting for sewer.
Who was the voice?
That sounds like
Oh,
Bob
Bob?
Singer.
Bob,
We know
it's
that.
me, Bob
Oh, we've got
Singer.
Somebody online,
Singer?
okay. I didn't know we had anybody. Well, hi there, Bob. I didn't know you were there.
Good evening. Welcome back.
I mean, probably if they got sewer, they would maybe reconfigure it to a little bit higher density or maybe smaller lots.
Yeah, well, they were,
Hold on.
the whole
whole
plan
plan.
now was, without sewer, of course. Yeah,
But their plan was that it was going to be a conservancy kind of thing. They wanted open space.
right.
Yeah.
So
So I.
Especially with different owners, if they sell it.
we want to know more specifically what's happening with that particular area. Probably should just inquire about it with Joe.
Yeah, okay.
He would be the
Joe knows.
the go-to person at this point anyway.
I just have not heard anything more about that in so long.
No, I agree. We haven't.
Had nothing else in chapter 3.
I am back here on page 24. Just want to verify that the 2025 Harlem Township Development Sketch, that's referring to the property down here at the roundabout. Okay, just, I thought it probably was. I just wanted to verify. And you haven't heard anything more from them? We haven't either.
AKA the Miller property.
Yeah.
Okay. Now going forward, chapter 4.
So there's a lot of change because
Yes.
back and forth with chapter 1 and this chapter, like not wanting to put too much information in one, but still referencing the process, but then really putting. more
Yeah.
detail in it.
I think this chapter you had there are a lot of changes in, and you changed the title of the
Mhm.
chapter. So now it says process and vision.
I have a super minor call out in the first paragraph, last sentence, should comprehensive plan be capitalized?
It is in 2 other places in that same paragraph, so I guess.
Okay, and then it also says the plan. I don't know if plan should be capitalized or not. That was for Tom.
On each page, for the chapter, you may have caught that already. You got the chapter and then the title. It's not
Yeah.
public participation anymore, it's
Yeah.
process and vision.
I think I need to set address.
Observation.
So in figure 4.01, the overlay stuff. Nowhere else in the text or any place did I see a explanation of what NDA might mean. I assume it's net developable acre, but I'm not positive because it wasn't defined anywhere.
Yeah, I can put a footnote. Is that its edition?
So I wanted to ask about, like, for example, on page 26 of the quick strategy guide, it kind of, it alludes to the public or community participation and, I think there were maybe some surveys that went out. The chapter 4 of the previous, or the current, I should say, the current plan includes a lot of background and like the data of the survey, like the results of the survey, like who participated from which area. Is that something that we want to include in here about the various surveys that were done, or is
I
that
think
not
that-
really
I think
necessary?
it was completely different for the earlier version as what we did in the later stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
they were. I just didn't know if we thought it was important to include any of that or not.
Does the quick
could-
strategy guide have the survey information in it?
Actually,
Cause if
Good
so,
question.
yeah,
I don't know, Scott,
guess
do you
it-
have any thoughts on that?
I was at meeting all day, looking up, in the office and grab this stuff, so I should have brought a copy of that.
this quick
Okay.
strategy.
Let me see if I,
So I don't have one in front of me.
well,
I
I,
think there were results of the survey, and one, either that or the.
yeah,
Strategic plan did have. But I
yes, it does. The quick
Yeah.
strategy guys
has their own.
it's quite extensive. Well, if there's
Yeah.
like
Right.
what we have heard, public meeting. No, it's not
Yeah.
that big. It's just a few pages. But I didn't know if we wanted to include any of that in here or not.
Should it be summarized since there's,
Probably.
or should it be summarized, I guess? Cause do these,
I mean, it did, I mean, he does say what the recommendations
right,
were, and that's the important part.
right,
What came out with the recommendations for the overlay districts? That was the primary thing.
yeah.
And the one that definitely part of that process as well was still another overlay for Center Village, but that one has never materialized.
Yeah.
Well, as
I
of
would
yet.
be inclined to maybe add a reference and say full detail for the surveys. Full detail is included in.
The 2023. Mhm.
So does this still exist?
That was my follow-up.
In addition to the
Well-
new comprehensive plan, does the quick strategy guide still exist or does this go away? And
Well,
it's
it-
replaced by the new comprehensive plan?
It doesn't go away in the sense of
I mean, it's always gonna be
it's there, it's a document,
alive, but
I know what you mean.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
but
Does this become the active document? and
it's not
with all
gonna
the
be,
information?
it won't be relied upon
Well, it's
any
never
in
been
the future.
relied
What will be
upon.
relied upon in the future will be the comprehensive plan, the
And-
new version.
And the zoning resolution,
Oh, yeah, of course.
you know.
So along that line, you wouldn't wanna refer somebody back to an outdated document. Be like, well, all this stuff exists. You can go back and look at it if you want. Like, is that?
Yes and no, kind of, because you're summarizing it here. Recreating it here, do you really want to recreate it here?
I don't know.
I'm like,
I don't know. You tell me.
Only to the extent that we're pointing out that it was one way that the public had additional opportunity for input.
Right.
And they made the input at that time, quick strategy guide was utilized. And the zoning resolution has been changed
To reflect.
to
the-
reflect that, but the quick strategy guide by reference became a part of the 2021 comprehensive plan.
Evening.
And
Oh, no, I'm watching, and I'll put it on, mute, a Zoom meeting on the zoning commission.
Oh,
Exciting stuff.
Bob, you might want to mute.
Against the.
Got you.
he's having a discussion with someone else.
Yeah, I think so. Okay.
So I mean, there are also public input, there is also public input in this strategic plan,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Which seems
And-
like that would be more.
And you talked about that too.
Yeah, there have been changes made based on that, and now the strategic plan is coming forward. We're going to be utilizing that as we continue to move forward with revisions in the comprehensive plan. Because the maps right now do not reflect anything. I shouldn't say that's not accurate. That's an overstatement. Do not reflect what's in the strategic plan. And to what extent will the new maps reflect what's in the strategic plan is going to be our determination as we finalize the comprehensive plan.
So were the recommendations that are in the quick strategy guide, were those codified into the zoning resolution, with the exception of the
Yes.
Center Village.
They were.
Center Village?
Mhm.
Okay, so is that an argument to not put all the data in necessarily?
I think it is.
Because it was a step to get something that's already been achieved.
Yeah, except for the Center Village.
But I think when we get to, depending on how we do goals and objectives and even recommendations, maybe we could revisit some of those
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
reference those in the goals and objectives.
Well, those chapters will become the ones that we'll probably have the greatest discussion about.
Sounds good.
I can know, I remember that. I'll talk about that.
Okay.
But nothing falls through the cracks on it.
And I was curious based upon the now or the what he had included, how you reacted because you were so intimately involved with the strategic plan with that section, pages 27
Well,
through.
there's nothing new in it.
No, it's not supposed to be anything
It
new.
looks good.
Does it accurately? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it does.
that's the question. Okay. So. Okay, under the township strategic priorities, which I think it's, yes, something that would be appropriate for inclusion. Because it becomes then where we go forward, we get up to what you were just making reference to, Scott, goals and objectives. Somehow they will come back and tie into this. One of the comments that's on page 28, in the first paragraph there, resident feedback on strategic priorities centered on preserving agriculture within the township. While the residents appreciate having amenities accessible, they don't want them basically immediately adjacent to their properties.
True that.
So not in my backyard. So as we go forward with and come to grips with that down the road, when we get with goals and objectives, we have to translate this.
Mhm.
Just pointing it out, I don't have a suggestion or a direction at this point. Just
To capture this, there were very few residents who had any interest in being more suburban. I mean, I'm just gonna say it like it is.
well, that's why they.
But there was
Now-
pressure to not use the word rural, and we had many conversations about not using the word rural because it has a meaning. And Harlem Township right now isn't even considered rural in the planning language.
Mhm.
So we had a lot of discussions about that, but most people see it as rural.
Yes,
Yeah,
do.
And that I think is best expressed by rural feel rather than
we weren't even allowed to say, we weren't allowed to use the word rural.
To what extent are we?
But suburban was very strongly not something that people
Mhm.
want. So I think that's how you hedge it with suburban conveniences. You're close to things. But you're not suburban with sidewalks and curbs and
Mhm.
all that.
Right, and then at this point, we haven't looked at, we had discussion when the Conservancy on Duncan Run about whether there would be sidewalks there, and we opted to not have them, to have, I mean, curbs, I should say, to not have them, but to have the ditches, correct?
Hmm.
they won't necessarily have curbs.
I
Sue.
don't
Do
remember.
you remember?
No,
You
I'd have
don't?
to go back and read the thing.
I
I've heard
think
that
we
the
did have
township
some kind of
doesn't
sign.
like to have the curbs because of the
Snow
snow
plows.
removal.
plows, they
It
don't like-
would be
yeah.
difficult. for
Maintenance
some-
does not.
Yeah.
Right.
And not that we're gonna. keep
Because
it
there's been a
open.
That's
problem.
fair, because it makes it hard to drive when they don't clear up to the curb,
Mhm.
right? Because it's hard to get up to the curb.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you,
And the blades get broken and all
Yeah.
that other stuff.
yeah, the
I'm sorry.
snowplow can damage the, you
The
know,
curbs, then you have the
the
repair.
plow
Mm.
itself could be damaged, or they
Yeah.
plow up the curb.
Yeah.
So,
Like they've done back here on the parking lot. Oh, okay. Well, I think it's good to put this was good addition in this chapter. Good. Anybody else have a comment, or you want to add anything, ask any questions about them? Okay. Existing land use. Next chapter, page 31.
I had a lot of comments on figure 5.02, but not so much on the text on page 31.
Now, okay, on page 31,
You have
just noting, you know, the decline in a couple of places. Agriculture down by 4.7%.
Mm.
And then we got this last line in this first paragraph. Typically carry higher tax rates for, you know, commercial and industrial land, contribute to paving roadways, funding schools, et cetera, et cetera. And now they're saying that it accounts to a 0.3%. In the old one, it was 0.9%.
Mhm.
Kind of, I'm wondering how that happened. What happened to the 0.6%?
Land use is that it's, and I don't know how the auditor does what that office does. I mean, I'm not questioning it, but I mean, I am, I guess, but
Maybe the data wasn't accurate.
to understand.
just, you know that things would increase, but then you look and for some reason the acreage goes down. So I don't know if there's some splits that now they're counting acreage differently because of the splits.
Yeah,
I think.
Was there a change in definition, or was the earlier number in error?
Well, I mean, it'd be different if it was the difference between 0.3% and 7%.
Mhm.
The fact that it's 0.3 and 0.9, I mean, that makes.
Still really
some
low.
degree of-
I mean, it's low percentage either way, but from 0.9 down to 0.3, that's a significant drop. Percentage wise.
And which one was it?
On page 31.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Commercial industrial, and you know that, I mean, in this township, that's counted by what they see and not necessarily how it's owned.
Yeah. Well,
They may interpret it.
that lot across the road used to be designated industrial,
Yes,
and
it did.
now it's not. So that's a few acres there.
Property down low on Fancher is now commercial with the warehouses. I don't know where that was included before or not. So anyway, it
That's
just
been
was an
recorded.
observation. I noticed the change and it struck me. But if the data is accurate, Scott, I'm not suggesting that we do anything different, but I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. Okay. Existing land.
Yeah,
You had something.
the trailer park seems to be listed as park, golf course, and open space, which I think is wrong.
I mean, the color coding.
Yeah.
And where it is.
It
Yeah.
might be a little wrong.
I think that's probably supposed to be multifamily.
Well, the
It was multifamily before.
Yeah,
park golf course, but it looks like up here off of Miller Paul Road, the color matches for golf course. See
yeah,
the
right
lakes?
there, although I'm not sure what the big green one off Miller Paul, above Gorsuch. Is that a park or a golf course? I don't,
Is that Royal American Links?
no, that's this one up here.
No, that's this one,
that's
higher with the blue, with all the water in it.
Oh,
that-
you're
yeah,
right.
that's
Oh,
the
Yeah.
campground.
campground,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about this one up here, I didn't. follow.
all right.
Yeah, that's the campground.
I guess it could be, well, it's kind of commercial,
What, the campground?
yeah.
But it looks like down here, you got this dark green one. Says park, golf course or open space, but isn't that the trailer park?
Yes, that's what we just talked about.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. I was concentrating on the north side. Yeah,
Okay. And there is, why is like across Fancher from the trailer park and a little bit to the east, something is probably colored institution? Purple?
That was commercial before, so maybe that's where you got your change in the commercial lands.
it seems like the
So
color
what's-
coding has some
what's
big
that?
issues.
What is there? I'm trying to think of why it might be considered institution, and it's on both sides of the road too,
Is-
and I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Look at
now,
Birch.
which location?
It's, it's right here.
Oh, yeah,
Why is
I was
that
looking
not-
at that too and trying to figure out what that was.
And is that where that sports barn is?
The
Glenn?
sports barn is the little one. It's
Okay.
tiny, but the church may own that land.
No, the church does not own that land.
Not where the sports barn is, behind the church, they own the
No.
land back behind.
The purple part,
Mm,
purple.
Maybe,
Red before.
Yeah. Which was commercial, right?
yeah.
That might explain your difference in commercial there. That's a chunk.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess does this existing land use map need to be reviewed more by staff again, Scott?
I will, I mean, we pull it directly from the auditor. So I don't know if that's just how it tax these parcels.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it could very well
they
be. I
should-
mean,
the trailer
that
park-
parcel down there we were talking about, I guess it is institution, that would be you're thinking that might be the church.
Mhm.
That's it.
That's an awful lot of land for that little bitty church.
I don't know.
And it goes on both sides of the road.
It's listed.
I don't know if they own all that land or not. I have no idea.
No, I think that little purple on the other side of the
It's
road
cemetery.
is, oh, that's the
It could be the
cemetery.
cemetery.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. Yes, that could be the
because that
cemetery.
little red is.
So the cemetery could be included with the church down there.
Hmm.
Oh, I'd say it probably is. Yeah, where it comes off of Fancher,
Church in the cemetery.
the
Can you see the parcel?
going back in there,
Mm-hmm.
that could be,
That's what it is. It's the
that's,
two cemeteries.
yeah,
The GIS.
That is institution.
yeah. So the cemetery would
Okay.
be
So
institution.
it's kind
So
of
it
like
previously called
cemeteries.
commercial and now it's called
Unless the
institution.
church
Mhm.
purchased it since this previous time, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you look at the property?
Do you have a
report?
can you see the transfer
You should be
history?
able to- Property report.
So I can see the bigger, like the long one, that's the church.
Mhm.
And that connects to the top of our cemetery, so it comes down, then comes right across the street, so that's exactly where that purple is.
Okay,
So they're having the church.
so it's the
and
church and the cemetery.
All three sections of the cemetery are all that.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
That,
But yeah, the cemetery must have purchased
agree.
that huge
That does
field right
make sense.
to it to the right, because it's all their one
Mhm.
big parcel property.
but this dark green for the trailer park makes no
Yeah.
sense.
the auditor's not taxing them as though they're, open space.
For a park.
Yeah, I certainly hope they're taxing them more than that.
Okay.
Also, and this is just because I really like maps, but all maps should have a scale. All the old maps always had a scale before.
Well, that square is 20. Just kidding. 26
That's
square
very
miles.
easy because all these full township maps are the same. So,
Yeah.
You didn't change the scale on any of these, I'm assuming. Am I correct? Yeah, so you just need to put it on there.
This little guy down here, we lost him.
Yeah. Now, on the development pattern map, it does show the trailer park as multifamily.
Mhm.
I will say coming across Fancher and then turning on 605, all that. All those purple splits down there,
Mhm.
Mhm.
just interesting to see all those houses spread across.
Sure is. But where are all the ones from by Green Cook? They're not there.
Over by Green Cook, what are you thinking of?
Oh, there's where the trailer park used to be 70 years ago. I'm just kidding. 50 years ago.
Mhm.
Oh,
In 1974.
yeah, there's a lot of
There's a
lots,
whole bunch of lots in there.
they put
That's
lots
that
in
way.
there,
Yeah.
but I don't know how big they are. But you're right, there's a bunch of houses over there now.
They're like 5 acres, I think.
Yeah,
But-
they're large lots.
Yeah, they're large. So they didn't show, you don't show anything.
So they may not be showing up on here because they're 5 acre lots and they.
They may be, yeah. These are smaller. I
Yeah,
know,
the other lots, the ones with the lines that are
Are smaller.
showing are smaller than 5 acres. Is that correct, Scott?
Yeah, all those kind of
Okay.
right on the corner
Mhm.
are
Yeah,
under 5, but then the others are over 5.
Okay. So the ones that are east of Green Cook are under and the ones west are over.
yeah. And then if you go north on Green Cook and get up there around Center Village, you got there's a bunch of lots up there.
Mhm.
Then there's some lots that are well, you've got the one that's showing up now, but see, these are there's 5 acre lots in here they're not showing also on
At
Green
a
Cook.
different scale, I
To
would
the
show-
east side.
I think the
Yeah.
scale parcels would get
Really
Wow, yeah.
mess.
cluttered. So this is just showing what we reviewed in our lot split data over. I mean, when we moved a couple years ago, now everything that we ever had a paper copy of is on this map, because we digitized it.
But these figures are now representative of the current status, basically, though.
Right,
I mean, what's happened in the past, but now this is bringing us up to date.
right.
We're just also wanting to make sure we understand why some places where we know that there's lots that have been created aren't showing on here, but most likely it's because they're 5 acres or more.
Right.
Okay.
And what is the difference between the like magenta colored lots and the blue colored lots?
It's not me.
Upstairs, like a phone.
Oh, upstairs, like on the floor or something.
Touching everything like what? Hopefully it's not. It's on silent, it shouldn't do that.
So blue, well, yeah,
There aren't a lot of the blue ones, but there are some.
we need to add that to the legend. Blue are transfers, so if you already have a piece of property and you're just transferring a piece to it to add to it.
Mhm.
That's
Okay,
shape that isn't a standalone lot.
okay.
So again, this map isn't really for the purpose of seeing where everything's happening, it's just plats, lot splits, active, yellow. Sketch.
Okay.
Rivers, lakes and streams. It gets confusing then because of them being, some of the lot lines and being blue.
Yeah.
Rivers are a lot more curvy than the lot lines.
Well, yeah, the lot lines.
Yeah,
are
typically,
square.
exactly. So, so why do we have these blue lines then?
I'll change that. I'll pick something that isn't on.
Yeah, first the
Well,
blue
don't
represents
make
rivers,
blue
lakes and
that-
streams, and yet we got lots maybe that are identified in blue.
Or
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Spring speculation was that in a different chapter, and I brought it back to this spot.
Yeah, that's why you even, I mean, it is pointed out in the narrative that parcels 5 acres in size or smaller have been deleted in your land, in the land and speculation lots.
That page 34, second column, third paragraph, you refer to a map 5.2. What figure number would that be? It would be the development
Maybe
pattern,
that was.
5.03 maybe?
Yeah, then check that.
It's figure 5.02, isn't it?
3, I think.
yeah, I think it's. Makes
I need to check. That's right.
Oh, okay.
The green rezonings are typically just future lot splits.
Mhm.
So that is.
Well, I mean, 502 is where the green is. There's no green on 503.
There's a couple. Well, there's one there, there's one there.
Yeah, there's a few.
Oh, very, yeah,
There's one there.
rezoning subdivision, yeah. But what is that referring to then? See, I was interpreting it that it was existing land use.
It would be
Green
the
areas.
development pattern, right? Because that's where the.
That's the section, yeah.
Mhm. So it would be 5.03. Yes.
Mhm.
But the under development pattern,
Smaller green.
so what is the larger green areas to which you're referring? If we're referring to figure 5.04,
We're not talking about 5.04.
We're talking about 503.
There's a development,
I'm sorry, 503.
there's little green.
I don't see any large green ones. Is
I
what-
mean, I wouldn't say they're large, but there's definitely green ones in there. Like, for example, at Harlem and Gorsuch.
Well, before the Conservancy became a yellow
Mhm.
to indicate future preliminary plan, it was a larger green. So maybe this is a case where the language had to do with a version of the map that now the map's updated, there's not large green blobs anymore.
Right.
Oh,
Should that
okay,
be
so
larger yellow areas or what?
either the map colors have to be changed or the wording has to be
I think
changed.
I can just change the wording to say most of the smaller green areas are most likely lot split. And just not even reference larger.
Yeah, the previous map had these lots of big green areas.
Yeah,
So
that was probably before.
that's way more, which is now. a bunch of.
Yeah, I mean, once it becomes split,
Yeah,
So then we take that color off because we consider it not to be, you know, an active rezoning
Right.
project anymore, but we retain all that, so we know where all those are. I'm not sure why that one huge one is the golf course. Did they go through a zoning to end up institutional?
Oh, wait a minute. Trying to, I'm not sure.
I don't
Which
know.
map are you referring to? Or which figure?
I'm looking at the old version of that.
This-
development pattern.
this guy,
Confusing things, I think.
it's old, and that's
That, you're looking at the old version. Okay.
because this old language is referring to old.
And
Greece.
in the new version, that's not even showing.
Mhm. It's actually got a bunch of little tiny lots. Just north of it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
what
you're right,
you were
it's
saying,
not-
yeah, the golf course isn't showing. Yeah.
Well, the little green areas are still relevant,
Yeah,
just not larger. They're just
Yeah, so I'm just not.
green areas,
Larger.
Right.
little green.
So you'll work on getting that clarified. Okay.
And I never have liked that our GIS guy calls those rezoning subdivisions, that should be just called rezoning projects, because.
yeah,
Every rezoning case is in that, they don't have to be subdivisions, so
Right.
that's a global change. That makes it more. I can easily change it in your plan, but
Okay.
it will be a challenge to get it changed everything, but that's been on my list for.
Okay. We're working on clarifying the language so it matches the figure 5.03. Okay. Then the land and speculation map, are we ready to go to that one?
I had a question about the part where it says parcels, acres in size, 5 acres in size or smaller have been deleted. So just out of curiosity. Are there any areas where parcels are less than 5 acres, but contiguous to each other that should be considered? You know, like, is that, I don't know if that's even something you can parse out, but
I think, well, it would take time, I mean, I think you'd have, someone would have to go through and check all those before, like, just hand
okay,
deleting them from the map. And I think that should say they're not shown, not, I mean, we did delete them, we just can't show them. So
Okay.
I'll change that, but, I mean, and that is a good point, and I thought about that before, but, I mean, I think it would be rare that if they're already divided out, but they're all owned by a trust, that somebody's intending to combine them all for a few, I mean, the whole purpose of this is, are there future big projects that could be in an area?
Okay.
And if somebody gathered a few together, maybe that could happen, but usually if they've been split out into 5, they're just waiting for somebody to combine them.
okay.
Yeah, the golf course up there.
I mean, it isn't.
That
If
answers
the
my
golf
question.
course basically goes bankrupt, they may sell it. And split it up into, I'm not sure how they would develop it without sewers up there, but
Mhm.
you could look at it.
No, that answers my question.
And there's that big property over on the Morrison property over there. 14859 Center Village Road. It's yellow.
Mhm.
The corner of Green Cook and
Mhm.
Center Village. That's still for sale. I thought it had sold, but apparently it hasn't. 28 million they're asking for, 297 acres.
it's huge,
297 acres.
huge.
They had it on the market 3 years ago and they were asking 38 million. So they've dropped it by 10 million. But 6 years ago they had it on the market for 16 million and they couldn't sell it then. Boy,
Nice town center.
I think somebody probably looks at it now and thinking, maybe I wish I'd bought it at 16 million.
Yeah. Hindsight's 2020.
Uh,
Price it right at the right time.
Mhm.
I thought it, someone told me that it's sold, but I checked, it's not sold, it's for sale.
Hmm.
A lot of people put their land in trust. I don't know that. Shouldn't put a lot of stock in a map like that, but I mean, it's just interesting to see where
Mhm.
we'll have those set up. So we try not to say, oh, these are ready to be developed. We just like.
Don't know.
Cause I mean, you've got the trailer park down there as an LLC. It's speculation, but I'm not sure what else it's gonna be.
I'm not sure, it's, yeah, it's already developed as a trailer park.
Yeah,
Well, there used to be a trailer park at the corner of Green Cook and Fancher. Were you?
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had to get vacant for a while.
Yeah, I remember when it was for sale.
Yeah. It's like 35 so years ago.
Anything else? Any more speculation about something?
I don't have anything else in this chapter.
Yeah, okay. Last chapter, natural resources and conservation.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, there aren't many changes here at all. I just looked at the maps, really. Spot check. I mean, a watershed's a watershed, so.
Yeah.
I only have one question about a map, so I'll wait till we get.
The last chapter?
Yeah,
One question.
I have one thing, but I.
Oh, you're waiting till we.
Yeah, I'll
that
wait
page.
till we get
Okay.
there.
I
I don't wanna.
think it would be
Jump all
helpful
around
to
the place.
list the figure number instead of just saying see elevation map or something. See figure, whatever,
Oh, yeah,
That's
I
true.
marked that too.
with all of those.
I was trying to make it easier on myself in case that changed.
Right.
But, yeah,
For the
I think-
final copy.
I think you must have been referring
Sure.
to figure 6.02.
For that one, yeah.
Yeah, for that one.
I thought the old watershed map was easier to read. In fact, I thought the old watershed map and the elevation map were both easier to read than the new ones.
You show your stuff. It takes us, I mean, purple line don't take a lot.
Oh, that's what I like the best.
That does show you little,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
despite having some straight lines on there, you know that's not where. The water flows.
Well,
Mhm.
part that gets fuzzy is down here in the legend.
Mhm.
Making it match up, yeah.
Be able to sharp. Not sure why I inserted them the same way that I have. I don't know why. They're sharper before and they're not this time. It might be the PDF. I think I printed it.
Good from a PDF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That might,
Might
make
have
a
taken some of
difference.
the data
Yeah.
out.
And I just thought the coloring in the old digital elevation map was easier to figure out than there's gradation for elevation thing here. Granted, there's not a lot of difference in elevation in Harlan Township, but
No,
But-
there is
but
not.
this makes it harder to figure out, I think. Yeah,
It actually had a little bit more
Where?
detail.
yeah,
I've got the slope detail. It looks like this other one doesn't have the slope detail on it.
but that's gonna be in the next one anyway. Figure 6.03.
Yeah, maybe that's why it looks more messy because it's got the slopes in it. The other one doesn't.
You mean you like the legend of the?
Well, yeah, you don't get to steep slopes until you
Yeah.
get closer
Yeah,
to the
I don't
reservoir.
like the graded elevation thingy. Like you really have to struggle to figure out like what elevation is at individual location, whereas the old map, you could kind of tell which one of those things.
The old map gave ranges and then subdivided it that way, rather than having a complete analog scale.
Just a personal preference, I think.
Yeah. Well, like you said, though, it's easier to use the old map.
Yeah.
What would you use it for? Are you canning or? Just kidding.
What elevation? Water.
Yeah, no, you do it longer. It's shorter.
Well, I think it's an immediate bit of information on what the chances are that your property is going to drain.
In Harlem Township, unless you live close to one of the major streams,
Yeah.
not good.
Depends on what your neighbor did.
Okay. Let's see.
And again, on page 41, all those places where you just say, see the floodplain maps, it would be easier in the final version to say figure whatever. You know. Could not quite figure out under wetlands on page 41,
Sure, but okay.
which map you were gonna refer to there. I didn't find.
Oh, for the wetlands.
Yeah, I didn't find a
Yeah, I
wetlands
didn't.
map,
I
You're
think it's
right.
technically 6.04.
but that one's referred to under the floodplains and
Yeah,
bodies of water,
but it does include wetland in
Mm.
its legend.
which don't show very well.
And which is interesting, because I thought there was a wetland on off of Woodtown.
I mean, the previous version did have a separate wetlands map and distinguish between freshwater emergent and freshwater forests and stuff like that.
I can put floodplain on some map, and then I put that over the map. And then,
Yeah, there was a separate map
Yeah.
labeled wetlands in the old version.
And, I mean, in your text, you talk about the different types of wetlands, the 4 different types, but there's no way to distinguish them on the floodplain.
You
map.
made reference to the wetlands map, but you didn't include it apparently.
Yeah,
So add a wetlands.
it's too bad this township's so big, because then all these maps would look better at a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Hard,
yeah,
it'd be harder, you could blow, you could have 4 maps of every, so you just do a quadrant for every map, you could have four versions, but I don't think.
So will you add that map back in then? A map for wetlands?
Yeah, I'll do a single floodplain map,
Okay.
and I'll try to see if we, I assume we still have this freshwater, different types of wetland. One thing I try to do is put, some of these have a background. Just what this sort of pink
mhm,
color or something to
Mhm.
show them. Just to add, it's a little bit more interest than just a white page. But sometimes that gets. There's too many features on it, letters to the image, so.
They can lose some of the contrast to. as
Yeah.
well.
yeah, I actually like the contrast in the old one better.
On this one, the old map, wetlands.
Want to better.
Okay. On this one, we just show one little spot as wetland. Floodplains and bodies of water.
Yeah.
There's
it's
another
hard
one
to-
on there somewhere, but
It's
it's
hard to define.
only, yeah. It's the
There's a
only one
couple
I
of
see.
little ones up here in the north.
Couple of little ones up north there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see them up here.
But yeah, really hard to tell the difference between the blues and the greens against the pink backgrounded.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're gonna work on getting that developed in such a way that they're easier to see, easier to read. Okay,
Okay, so page 43. You talk about a prime agriculture soils map, but you don't have one here.
You just have soil types.
But nobody really knows what those soil types mean in terms of prime agricultural.
well, we had one in the old version.
The old version, yes.
Well. And the old version I have here was the first run of the new map, so. This actually isn't the old version, but my recollection is that. If you look at the soil suitability for on-site sewage treatments, and then you look at your prime ag. It's literally just the same map in reverse, right? So the worse the soils are for site sewage, which would be red, then on the other map, they're all green, because that's the best place for. So I felt like they were repetitive.
I think soil types are very different from prime farmland. You look at the original 2020 version, it's quite a bit different.
Yeah, it includes prime farmland and soil type map.
Yeah, and they're
We're just
different.
Missing prime farmland. So.
Why are these all squares instead of
I don't know.
the old prime farm was all squares, like it was like pixels?
Well, if you look at any of the county and water soil mapping things, they have a different scale at which they record things. And so that scale ends up being blurred
Digitized.
into, yeah,
County map,
yeah.
and it was just an early version. I mean, some of the old plans that we did from the 90s, all maps look like that.
Yeah.
They're all really, like this map don't look.
That's what that looks like.
It's really low
Resolution, okay.
So, I mean, the data is better, but in some cases than that. There was off some of the interpretation because, I mean, it's still, you don't really know until you do a soil scientist report what the soil really is. I mean, it's
Making
still
it
just
up.
from a satellite.
Okay.
But I can bring that back in. I mean, we have it. I just felt like it was just another map in the series.
It is, but I think a lot of township residents are very concerned about prime farmland and conserving prime farmland, and they want to know where that prime farmland is.
And since we're referencing it, I think having the map that would be labeled that way as specifically the way it was in the old plan better accomplishes that. Otherwise, I'm wondering where it is.
We don't like change. So Scott, did you say, which map did you say was just the reverse? The prime farmland and the suitability for sewage treatment were just reverse? So
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what I said, that not having them right in front of me.
Like this one, on the
I
new
think
one.
the soil type map and the soil suitability for
But
sewage
they,
is very
obviously, when you look at them, they don't really look the same.
different. No.
Yeah, the types basically took Wamo, which is PWA, and made it red in this other one.
Yeah,
And then the Benningtons, just off the top of my head, is yellow, which is kind of okay.
Mm.
And then there's very little, I mean, the green.
Varies though.
Yes, but that's that's the new 605 soil types figure and the new 606 soil suitability. Yes, those are very similar. Yes. It's the prime farmland one that was very different.
yes. The prime farmland and the old one looks different from both of these.
Yes,
Right, yeah, we know that.
okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so that'll come back in then.
yeah. Because I would say the majority of people cannot look at this soil type map and say, you know, PWA is good or bad for farmland.
I couldn't do it without thinking about it.
Here's where my comment comes in. Page 46, critical resources. The critical resources map. Figure 6.08 doesn't include the tree canopy that was included in the current plan. And I think that's something that's been highlighted as a priority to preserve if possible. So I'm suggesting we add that back in. And then maybe put some kind of verbiage in the critical resources paragraph to refer to the tree
Now, isn't
canopy.
that in the land cover map?
Natural land cover. Yeah.
Thought I saw it somewhere and I'm trying to remember
Yes,
what it
it
was.
is.
Did you-
So in the current plan, it's in critical resource.
And it's still in critical resources, but it's further back.
It is not.
It's 6. So there's no. Yeah, page 52 has some description and page 50 has the map.
52. In land cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But what I'm saying is it was on the critical resources map in the current plan. And it's not on this map.
No, because it has its brand new own map. It
Huh.
didn't have its brand new own map before.
Okay, that's how we want to present it.
Okay. I mean, it just.
I mean, we have land, you have the same land cover map in the current plan. So I don't know.
I'm trying to understand the conversation.
Well, she's talking about this critical resources map that was in the old,
Right.
and it's not
It
a
has,
sp- separate map.
It has full tree
Coverage,
canopy.
yeah.
And in this
so
one,
it doesn't, I
it's not.
understand that.
so I'm saying, do we want that included in the critical resources map? Like it was previously.
I think the answer is yes. If we're gonna stay true to the,
I think so.
Yes.
Obviously.
obviously, that came out in resident feedback.
Yeah,
And we talked about that a lot.
yeah.
And this group's talked about. it.
That was something that we don't always show. And so when I saw that, and going through this, I was trying to remember how. I put that in that. So I'll revisit that and see if that's a standalone thing, we added. We always use that critical resources map when we do zoning reviews or our subdivisions. And it changes over time with what is included, so.
Well, because I think that's something that we talked about considering when we do like development plans and things and potential density credits, so I think it might be beneficial to include that. TV's possessed.
Stop sending you over the edge.
Well,
That every now and then.
I'm not sure that I understand what you're saying about the critical resources. Um, that natural land covers that, doesn't it? The trees are identified here, or the forests are identified on this.
Yeah, but she wants to have the, this,
Right here,
what do you call it? The,
right here where it has the credit, the tree canopy.
Oh, I know, I
Yeah.
see that, but it's represented here too.
but it's not
Doesn't
called-
use that
But it's not
term.
called a critical resource anymore.
No, it's just listed as natural land cover.
Right, but if we want to consider tree canopies as a critical resource that gets taken into account for changes to land use, then maybe it should be on the critical resources map.
As it is now.
That's not what I was hearing before. Okay. It makes more sense now. I couldn't figure out what's there, but what you're saying is you need it to be identified as a critical resource, or you want it to be identified as a critical.
As, yeah, as it is in the current plan. In that map that you have right.
Okay, we still have a critical resources map.
Yeah.
But the canopy was removed.
Right.
That's what you're concerned about.
Yeah.
Okay,
She's gonna put, she's gonna.
I
put it
thought
back.
you were talking about wasn't here at all. Well, then, let's see,
Scott says he can add it back.
can add it back. Are we also then gonna, yeah, the land cover map was here before. We're keeping that as is, and then we're gonna put in the critical resources, we're gonna add the tree canopy back. I was trying to find on the critical resources map, looking for red. Am I just not seeing it? And it's there for the National Register sites, for the historic sites, orange. They're not on there.
And I'm gonna throw you guys probably. From archaeological. The whole archaeological and historic sites section and map. I'm gonna move back under. After the schools. And others community resources, this doesn't. In the whole chapter, it doesn't belong in this chapter, no. I think I moved it here and now because it should be on the critical resources, but then. Those items aren't anyway, and so I just think it's a weird place to put them here. We can still discuss them, but then you'll see them later. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're community facilities though.
Oh. I don't think they're natural. They're not natural resources.
Six.
No,
Well,
but they're
they're
not community facilities.
They're, what would you call
Cultural resources,
them? Cultural,
Which is part of conservation, I guess?
community and cultural reach.
So they won't be on the critical
They should-
resources, man.
they're.
They'll be on,
Cause it's not like they're open to the public.
no,
Well, either of schools, really, I mean. unless you have-
Yeah.
I think I can, well,
Except for this. Yeah,
I think maybe
Does it-
community facilities and cultural resources is a chapter. A lot of words, but.
so does the statement.
I think it belongs more with conservation stuff.
but under critical resources, you're gonna just remove those two items as part of the legend. 'Cause they're not gonna be there.
Well.
They're already not on the map.
I know they're on the archaeological historical sites,
Right,
separate.
right.
So,
I think it's better if I move them because they always cause confusion anyway, because some of them have a buffer around and it's just. It's confusing.
yeah, so you will remove them from the critical resources, man. Yeah, okay. That makes sense to me to do it that way.
That makes that, I mean, if you think these other items historically. Well, we are in the chapter, I don't think believe that just struck me as
Okay,
odd, but.
There's a place in the text that it refers to them qualifying for agricultural land easement, which is a land use kind of thing. So maybe that's why they belong in this chapter.
Got which chapter were you talking about? 11? Community facilities? Is that what you were talking about moving them to? Potentially? Not saying we are. I'm just asking, is that what you were
That-
proposing? Oh,
That's.
I don't see it in community facilities. at
Yeah.
all.
that's-
I mean, it's easier, it's easier. I was just verbally or mentally sitting here. thinking, why didn't we know that? If it makes sense to you all. then.
Where it is now.
Yeah.
with the, oh, page 52,
Mhm.
and that last paragraph. Well, pretty much the last sentence. Mining operations should not be permitted within the 100-year floodplain and should only be permitted within the 100-year floodplain. Well, wait a minute. It's either not permitted,
One is floodway and one is floodplain. There's two.
floodway versus,
Floodplain.
oh, okay, I was misreading it, wasn't I? Yeah, to me it was the same word, but it's not. 100-year floodway cannot be permitted. Do we have those identified as different on our map somewhere?
Yes. Yeah, on the critical resources map, floodways and floodplains are different. Floodways look like it's really, really close to the stream.
Hey,
Floodplains are a little further away.
on the old map, it's not shown that way. On the new one, it is. Critical resources. Floodway, yeah, there's a difference on here.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it was different in the old one too.
Oh, yeah, there was one there, but it just says floodway.
Yeah, and then the next column has the floodplains.
So, floodway, 100-year floodway. Okay. I see the differentiation now. I was misreading the word.
Or the way to.
Yeah.
Floodway. So on the map where it says floodway, that's only, it is automatically referring to it as 100-year floodway. It doesn't identify specifically the year on that map. It just says floodway, right? Got a 100-year floodplain. Then the language refers to a 100-year floodway. Should it just say floodway? The 100-year not be there, or is it automatically mean it's going to be a 100-year floodway?
You know,
It wasn't differentiated before in the
No.
old one as
but in the text, it was exactly the same, isn't it?
yeah,
Here's here.
the wording is not changed,
Right.
right?
Well, I think it should say floodway first time and then a 100-year floodplain.
Or get rid of the 100-year in the first one.
Yeah, just drop out the words 100-year.
I didn't. Looking at the map, now I see.
And the old one, old version had 100-year floodway and 100-year floodplain both. So,
Okay. Right, I think we got through it all then. Now, what's the plan in terms of as we've gone through this? Yeah.
Well, it's the historical sites, is that okay? The way
honestly, the Historic Preservation Office has taken most of the information down while they're redoing things.
well.
And I'm gonna have to,
We sent some questions down to somebody. And, they didn't have very good information.
no, because they have all new people who don't know what's going on, and they're completely redoing all the automated stuff, all the digitization stuff. So I will probably have to resubmit forms for all of the ones that I did before.
I mean, I looked into these more than I had before, so I did check them all, and some didn't have a location, but you could tell from the old map where they were supposed to be, and then I zoomed in and I tried to find exactly where, so it should be a little bit more accurate than it was. One thing I will do is I will move these. I mean, not old bedrock, and we were just talking about the natural resources, those chapters. So I'm gonna put it in a better flow for the historical and archaeological stuff is at the very end. Because then land cover and modeling just kind of is tied on to the end of the chapter. I think it'll be in a little bit different order, but I will keep it all in this chapter.
Yeah. You didn't really put any of the archaeological sites on this map with the one called archaeological and historic sites.
Because they're scattered, they're all over, weird, people say, what is that? Why are there so many little symbols along the power line easement? It's like, well, because
That's where the survey was done. Yes. You can tell when they're power line. I think the one that goes across the one area is actually a pipeline survey.
I'll add them back in, and then when we see them next time, they seem too far. I'll add those big axes back.
Okay, with the changes that we've discussed, what's your plan, Scott, in terms of how that will come back to us now?
I anticipated someone asking that. I would rather move on to the next chapters the next time. And then when we get maybe before the recommendations, I could submit a new of all this background stuff up to that point.
Do you have
Rather than
more
break down.
chapters for us now?
No. But is that too blunt? And I didn't print that out either, but there is a date that I'm gonna send those, which is 2 weeks ahead of the meeting.
Yeah.
Just like I did this time. So I have that on my calendar in the office and I will send those out to you ahead of time. So my intent was to keep to that schedule and do the next, was it 4 chapters, maybe 5?
Yeah, it's chapters 7 through 11, I think, maybe.
Yep.
I-
No, 7 through 10 is what I.
7 through 10.
rated.
And then
Mhm.
it's 11 through
13.
13.
Cause I
So 7 through 10 would be the next ones.
think what we went over tonight doesn't, I mean, if there was something that I had to do significant research on, I might bring that back.
Mhm.
Next week, but I think this is kind of grammatical and just
Mm.
detail oriented, so I don't want to confuse things by bringing. Here's version 2 of these chapters, and then we'll do version 1 of the next chapter.
That's fine. Mhm.
So,
Okay, that's the reason I'm asking, because so that we all have the same expectation as to what will come next. So next, we will go ahead and be looking at chapter 7 to 10. That will be at our August 24 meeting, and you're going to get that to us by August 10th, approximately. Yeah, it's 2 weeks prior, yeah.
Okay.
And then the next one is 11 through 13, and that's September 14. So we'll go ahead and complete those. And any changes then, once we get through them, we'll come back and look at all the revisions that you've made based upon those discussions that have occurred on these previous chapters as we've reviewed them. Is that the way we're going to deal with it? Okay. So next week, or not next week, but next month on the 24th, we'll be focused on chapters 7 through 10. Okay. Any other questions or comments for Scott?
One comment. These pictures, the titles on these pictures are flip-flopped.
Mhm.
Why? I just noticed that.
oh,
I
yeah.
That's all. I just Googled them because I was very curious
Mhm.
about these historic sites.
It's right on the corner where I.
Yeah, I know. I was
buy
like,
this one all the time. I'm like, That's
Huh?
not a fancy.
I was like,
Wait a minute.
I didn't even notice that.
I mean, no, they're not.
The names are.
Yes.
correct.
I know where you got to it. That's on Harlem Road.
The addresses are in.
the addresses are in.
The addresses are wrong, yes. The property names are okay.
Yeah, you've got those pictures, but you don't have the picture of the John Cook house on there.
Got the signs.
Pictures of your house.
Huh?
You got pictures of your house.
No, I'm just saying, it's interesting though that we put these in, and then the one that is on the National Register, we don't show it. I don't know whether it's.
And there's a display room.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, the upper left-hand one. Was the one that there was no address assigned to it, and so
Just the corner.
I got on Google Earth, I'm like, well, that has to be it. But then I couldn't find more information than just that it was like the meeting house.
I know you. Okay,
Yeah, and the people that lived there that probably knew are gone.
Yeah,
Maybe just recently.
there was the Shacker property.
Yeah. Actually, did I have folders did I miss folders? You get rid of
I don't know what, is that property there just vacant? I don't know what,
Yeah.
are they using it for anything?
Storage.
It is being used for some kind of storage.
That seems to be about it, yeah.
Yeah. Just worry about a building like that eventually, deteriorating
I know.
because it's not being used for anything.
I was in it once when the Shackards owned it. And it was already starting to deteriorate.
Yeah.
And now it's owned by the people that own Play All Day.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do anything with it.
Okay, well, I think that we'll see you then, not till August the 24th. But you'll get the information to Ashley. And then since we're not going to be meeting, that we would pick up a copy, send it out electronically, and then we can have hard copies, but we'd have to stop over to pick them up.
Yeah, I'll come over and get one rather than trying to read the electronic one.
I'll just print mine at. No, it's yeah. It's just easy. No problem.
Okay, that's what we'll do then.
Need something extra. Trust.
I think we might have one.
I think there's two pending.
But send it,
Pending
yeah.
already, which should be in the next week.
Okay.
Are you sending it as a Word file or a PDF file? Did you get it electronically? It was a PDF file we got.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes,
you
it
did suggest some language changes for a couple of the upcoming hearings. Yeah. The one on the data centers, is the data center, did the rest trustees already do the data center?
They're
No.
doing-
Okay, they, DCR, the regional planning sent some changes in the
Yes,
language.
put that in there.
Make sure they get this.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw that too, that you offered it, and I agreed with the change. It's just we
Yeah.
didn't get it before we
We had-
acted on what we had.
Okay. And those to make sure the trustees could see it in case they want to change that too, so,
That would be,
and I'll get those.
that would be a good plan to change.
I don't see any reason for not making the change. In other words, I would encourage him to make that change. Maybe I'll send the trustees a message to that effect. Since we're having a meeting here tonight and discussing it, is everyone in agreement with that? You saw the changes that Joni's referring to? I think they were good suggestions.
I do too. One of them wasn't a firm suggestion on how to do it. It was like, please, please consider adding something to address a constant hum, which might be less than your decibel level. And I'm not quite sure.
Well, just
How to
literally
use that.
today, I was at a planning director meeting of other counties, and there was a presentation, we had guys come in and just talk about data centers. So
Hmm,
I don't think the sound is that big of a deal after all, so.
I don't know.
Gonna have to go get close to one so I can hear it.
They just said if you're gonna put regulations in, make sure that it's not lower than the background sound that you already have. Because somebody had written some regulations that was next to a rail line that was already like 75 decibels. They were trying to hold this data center to 45. They're like, you'll be challenged on that if you're,
That's a hard ask.
yeah, trying to be lower than what's already there. So.
But do you hear the hum from the high tension wires? Stand underneath those.
Yeah. There's
They make noise.
pulls and hums and their hair stands up on you.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
We looked at a house that there was a power line right over the backyard. And we walked into the backyard where there was a swing set
Ooh.
and you could like feel it.
Yeah.
It, like was, I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's like a
this is not
vibration.
what we Be doing every night after
Yeah.
dinner.
Or electromagnetic
Yeah.
field. It's having an
And
effect
it
on
was
us.
strong, it's really close to the house. I'm like, this is not. Thank you.
Wonder if it was the same house that we looked at 40 years ago. We never bought it. For that reason. All right, well, that's it, folks. I guess we can adjourn unless there's something else that we need to discuss. All right, hearing none.
Make motion to adjourn.
Oh, she did.
You got it.
Jody moved and Brittany second.
Done.
Look for adjourning at.
Joni's.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned at 9:21 on that.
Thank you,
clock.
Scott.
Thank you. Safe travels back.
Thanks.